Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Katie, for those of you who are new to my channel, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wasn't really feeling the sit down video, and one topic that came into my mind earlier this week was how to stay active during the winter months when, the sun goes down early, when we're not feeling motivated, when it's maybe cold outside, depending on where you live, and you just don't feel like getting that activity in. See, I work completely from home, so I have to deal with this struggle even more than probably a lot of you guys. I don't get very motivated when I'm just sitting indoors all day, and honestly, I could just basically sit there all day and not have to move, not have to see anyone or do anything all day long, and I could still get my job done. It may sound like a blessing, but sometimes it's honestly more of a curse when it comes to physical activity because I can be very inactive. So I wanted to share some of the ways that I stay active during the winter and when I'm just working from home, so I can share some of those ideas with you guys out there who are struggling with the same thing. Now, you'll have to forgive me, I'm gonna be moving around just a little bit in my office area, and it is a little bit cluttery, so don't judge me there. I'm still working on my cleaning this year, but that is coming soon. So real quick, we're just gonna go over some of the things I have in my home office and my home gym area and how I kind of get activity in my house any time of the day. Okay, so first you will see I have this yoga ball right here. And a yoga ball is something that may be a little old school at this point, but I don't use it quite as much for the exercises as I do for sitting on it. When I want to switch up something throughout the day and not sit on my chair, I like to sit on my yoga ball. Honestly, I have restless legs, so I end up like bouncing everywhere and like having a really hard time typing sometimes, but it's actually very good for your hip flexors and for your leg muscles so they're not as tight sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair all day can be really hard on your legs because your hips are constantly flexed and it's just not good for your posture and all that fun stuff. Sitting on a yoga ball kind of helps your legs move around and helps you get a little bit more of activity in. You actually are going to be burning a little bit more calorie-wise having a yoga ball just because you're kind of fidgeting, and even fidgeting burns a little calories. So not a full-fledged workout, but it helps. So moving on, another thing that I like to do during the day is I have these, I had these Tone It Up booty bands, and they're called booty bands, but you can kind of use them for just about any workout that you want to with your arms, with your legs. You can put them on your upper thighs or you can put them on your ankle and just kind of do different moves with them. Sometimes I take a break during the day and I do like the Tone It Up daily moves and just use these when they're applicable, or I just put them on my thighs while I'm sitting down and kind of stretch them so I can get my work done but still have my legs moving and my muscles engaged. So I can do this during a meeting, or I can do this while I'm answering client messages. And yeah, I have, fun with that sometimes. Not all these activities you have to do while you are working. I don't always recommend like multitasking. That's not as effective as we'd like it to be. But sometimes either you want to just do these moves while taking a break, and then sometimes you can just incorporate it into your day. So whatever your preference is, switch it up. Booty bands though are great. They're at Target for probably like $10. So I would definitely recommend them. I think they have some new booty bands out that you can buy individually. So they might be even cheaper than that. I'm not quite sure, but definitely one of my favorite equipment that I have at home. We're gonna get to my messy area. So I do have a little, what's the word for it? Jump rope. I haven't used this yet. I did get it for Christmas. Probably not something I could use indoors, but I could go outdoors. But if you have high walls, you could always use a jump rope indoors. Right here, I have a yoga block if I'm doing yoga midday. Some days, especially on Wednesdays, the team that I work for, we have a little blocked out time for yoga, so I can use that to help me kind of engage in certain positions. If I have trouble, I have more of the larger size Tone It Up resistance bands. These are really great too. I don't use them as much as my little booty bands, but they're the larger ones that you can kind of do different moves with, such as like squats with arm curls, little arm stretches. You can do less stuff with these, I think, than you can with the smaller ones, but they're still worthwhile and still worth the money to have if you want just an extra piece of equipment. Here, I'll show you what they are. So I have this one, and I do have a video on these too. They have a higher weight, or actually I think the blue one's the lighter weight, and then the heavier weight, which is the orange ones. These you can just either put them on like a doorknob and kind of use them as resistance, or you can just use them with some of the regular moves that you would, like a squat with a press, and then you can press them over your head. So those are very useful. Over here I have some kettlebells, which I love kettlebells. I don't know about you, but I always feel like I get a great workout with a kettlebell. So I have a 10 pound, an 8 pound, and a 15 pound. I got some new ones for Christmas, so I'm excited about that. And woo, right next to my yoga ball. You can do a lot of different squats and different arm moves with these, some twists in there, a lot of different things that you can do with kettlebells, but basically you can use them kind of like a dumbbell. They're just a little bit different and they use a little more stability than a dumbbell. So it engages your muscles in a little bit of a different way. And honestly, kettlebells are one of my favorites. So I definitely recommend getting a couple sizes. For the longest time, I only had this size, and I'm really glad that I upgraded to having a couple other sizes because I feel like I can do a little bit more with them in my workouts. I also have these discs that I got for Christmas. You can use them on hardwood floor or on carpet, just depending on what size you use them on. And again, you can do any type of workout that you normally do, but this adds a little bit of a balance factor to it, so you're engaging different muscles. I don't use these white as often as I should, but I'm planning on, making some workout routines for myself to include these a little bit more. I also have some Tone It Up ones somewhere too. I think I have these, so I just have like a couple of these for some reason. No big deal, I just have 2 of everything. Over here I have my dumbbells. You can see I kind of have a variety of different dumbbells that I've collected over time. I have 10 pounds, 8 pounds, 5 pounds, 4 pounds, and then 3 pounds. And I think I have 2 pounds somewhere, but I can't remember where. They're somewhere in here. So I have such a large variety because I think it's extremely important if you're doing more muscle endurance, have a variety for the different levels that you're at. Sometimes when it's been a while since my last workout, I will start at the lower weight, like a 4 pound or a 5 pound, just depending on the move. If, I've been working out very consistently and I feel like I need a little bit more of a push, then I'll use the 8 pounds or the 10 pounds. But I do a lot of muscle endurance activities, not really strength. If I want to do more heavy weights, then I would definitely go to the gym to get a lot more heavier weights, because I know these are quite light and they're not really made for muscle strength. They're made more for muscle endurance activities. So, if you can't tell by all my lingo today on muscle endurance versus strength, I am actually training to be a ACE certified personal trainer because honestly, after graduating grad school, I was kind of bored and felt like I needed to do something. So I already have a master's degree, I already have my RD, licensed dietitian, all that crap, and then I have to go back for more because I'm just a psycho. Nonetheless, we'll move on with our little tour of my workout stuff. Moving on, have a medicine ball, whatever you want to call this. It's a weighted ball, and it's 5 pounds. I haven't used that in quite a while, but occasionally I will use it for like Russian twists or something like that. Something that I use occasionally, but I've had it for quite a long time, so it's just kind of in my collection. And then up here I have a Tone It Up smaller foam roller and then a larger one. The large one is kind of more, I don't know how to describe it. It's more soft, just easy to move along your back. The smaller one is definitely more intense and it's kind of hard, but it gets those like hard to reach places. So I definitely like having 2 different foam rollers. I kind of thought at first it was a little bit unnecessary, but it's actually very necessary. Foam rolling is so important, guys. If you learn anything today, it is that you need a foam roller. There are so many studies out there that show that foam rolling is good for muscle tension and stress and just relaxing your muscles and just helping them grow, because if we can't break up those muscles and help them be flexible, then it makes it very hard to work out and to be loose enough to be in the mood or be in the physical shape to work out. Lesson of the day: get a foam roller. No matter how big or small or expensive it is, get one today or whenever you can. Okay, so what else? So just a little bit, I'm just gonna be like on my floor for a while, so hope you don't mind that. So these are all the equipment I have, and I don't want to say that these are what you need to have to work at home or to be fit and active during the winter. You can use these things and you can do different activities like on Pinterest or on YouTube, like different workout activities. But you can also do squats, you can do push-ups in the middle of the day, you can do tricep dips in your chair. These are all things that I will do during the day when I'm at home, when I just need a little bit of a break. It doesn't matter what type of activity, you just want to make sure that every hour you're getting up and you're doing something. I would say that once an hour I try my best to move, so that can just be standing up, walking around my house, or my apartment rather, and that is good enough. But then once or twice a day I will try to do an actual like exercise. So sometimes I take like a 15-minute break and I do the Tone It Up daily moves. I can link to that below, and those are really good activities, but I know there are tons of apps out there that you can also use for your benefit during the day. I think Nike has one, and Adaptive is another one that I've heard of that my clients use a lot. So anything that's gonna motivate you, a YouTube video, whatever, that's awesome. Hopefully someday in the future I'll make some YouTube videos on different exercises that you can do when I am certified as a personal trainer. But until then, unfortunately, I cannot do that ethically. I'm just an ethical kind of gal, what can I say? However, you know, squats, anything like that are perfect. I can always use some leg moves and booty moves during the day. So I just pick up a kettlebell, do squats, and sometimes I'll go right back to my work, or I'll just take a longer break. So it just depends. When it's not terrible outside, I will bundle up and take a walk. But I know for some of you that's probably just not feasible or doable in the winter because it's so cold. What else do I do? If you have stairs, I know when I lived with my parents, they had a 2-story house, and I would walk up and down the stairs when I needed some activity during the day and I didn't want to go outside. So that is a possibility. You can use stairs for a lot of different things like lunges and push-ups as well. What else do I do? If you are willing to be dorky like I am, and I'll be the first to admit it because I know that no one wants to admit to embarrassing things like this, but if you want a different form of activity that is really fun and a really good workout, then you can also turn on some music and be shameless and dance around your apartment. I feel like everyone probably does this, but no one wants to admit it, or like, this is at least my prediction of human psychology. I feel like none of us would want to admit that we dance around to like Taylor Swift at night, but I definitely do sometimes, and it is such a good workout. I will put on my Apple Watch that I'm doing a workout, and sometimes I'll like mix dance moves with squatting. I don't know why I'm admitting this on the internet. Oh my god. No shame, no shame. It's something that you can do, and it's such a good workout. You know, there's always the option, if you're more old school and you like workout DVDs, that you can get a few of those. I still have some of my old Jillian Michael workout videos, and you can always just put those in your DVD player or whatever you have, Xbox, and watch those, do those. If you want to like change up your day or your routine, all of these are great options for if you're indoors, you're bored, and you want something to do, or you just want to be physically active but being outdoors is just not in the picture. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I just wanted to make a video for you guys today, and I wasn't really feeling sitting down the entire time and just talking straight to the camera. I kind of wanted to do more of a vlog style. So tell me if you liked this and what other types of videos that you want to see. That is all I have for you today. I hope you have an amazing day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.